Welcome to week 2, day 1, to the 4th grade Reds group. So, hope you had a wonderful weekend. I know I did. And I hope you're ready to learn some math here. So, let's get started with Thursday's exit ticket, which was day 3 of last week. So, we have 560 times 6. So, I'm going to do my 6 times tables here just to make sure I don't make a multiplication mistake at all. We'll stop there for right now. Oh, we have to go up to 6 times 6 because that's the highest factors we need to hit up. So we'll go 6 times 6 as our greatest factors and find that product. 6 times 1 is 6, 6 times 2 is 12. So you're skip counting by 6s, if that's easier for you. 18, 24, 30, 36. Notice when you're multiplying by 2, 4, 6, or 8, all the numbers are even. If you end up with an odd number, you know you made a mistake. So, for starters, 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 6 is 36. Leave the 6, carry the 3. 6 times 5 is 30, plus 3 more is 33, giving you 3,360. All right? So, now we're going to move on. This week is devoted straightly to division. Get it? Devoted division. All right. So we're just focusing straight up on division this week. So the model problem is 30 divided by 6. If you know your division facts, so ultimately at the end of 4th grade, the expectation is that you are fluent not only in multiplication, but also in division from all the way up to 100 divided by 10. Okay, so like 9 divided by, or 72 divided by 8, and 56 divided by 7. So knowing all of those, you're technically, by the end of 4th grade, supposed to be fluent in all of them. Now, I'll tell you a little secret. Most 5th graders this past year were not. But it made math a lot more harder for them because they weren't. So if you could, I would highly recommend not only practicing your multiplication facts this summer, but also your division facts, your division facts, yeah. So, let's get started. How many 6s go into 30? So why 30? Well, because 6 can't go into 3, right? You can't fit a 6 into 3. So, ultimately, you're doing 6 going into 30. Well, I'm going to write my 6 times tables to help me out. To see, first off, does 6 go into 30? And if it, how many times does it go in exactly into 30? Or how close can I get to 30 without going over? So 6 times 1 is 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. There it is. Exactly. Well, how many times did it take me to get there? It took me 5 times. Now, here's a common mistake I still see in 5th grade. Students trying to put the 5 above the 3. But is 6 going to 3? No. 6 is going into 30. Right? I like to underline the 30 to remind me it's going into the whole number. So it should be right above the last digit of that number. So therefore, the answer to this is 5. And this is a great way to support your answer, because right there, your multiplication facts show 6 times 5 equals 30. Let's move on to number 2 now. What you'll notice is I've already, for every one of these, written out facts. Whatever I'm dividing by. In this case, I'm dividing by 7. So I wrote out all the 7s. Next one, I wrote out all the 8s. The following one, I did another set of 7s. Okay? So that should be your first step here. If you don't know, like that, your division facts, which most likely you don't, because a lot of students don't have them fluent yet. Okay? This should be your first step, writing out your 7 times tables. then you should be able to visually, remember we talked about this, visually see if 7 goes into 42 exactly or how close it gets. So go ahead, hit the pause button to solve this now. So when you did your 7 times tables and you wrote out your facts, what did you notice? Did you notice that 7 goes into 42 exactly? Well, I did. When writing my 7 times tables, I noticed 7 times 6 goes exactly into 42. So therefore, my answer is 6. Now, the correct way to check this would be to do, which I didn't do in the last problem, so I'm going to show you here. 6 times 7 equals 42. And you can see nothing is left over. So I have a little trick here. I love to act things out, okay? So we have divide. So here's my division symbol. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Divide, like a division symbol. Multiply, subtract, like a subtraction symbol, and then bring down. So here's me dividing. 7 goes into 42. Divide. And now I'm going to multiply what I got. 6x times 7, okay, equals 42. And then I'm going to subtract. I'll get 0 there. I have nothing to bring down. So if you remember back in 4th grade, there were some times when you had other numbers over here to bring down. But there's nothing, so you don't have anything to bring down. Therefore, you don't have to bring anything down. Okay? And you can't. So number 3. How many 8s are going to go into 32? 32 divided by 8. Hit the pause button to solve that now. So I hope after you did your 8 times tables, you were able to see that 8 goes into 32 exactly. Exactly. Because you get 8 times 4 will give you 32. So therefore, 8 times 4, so 8 goes into 32 4 times, that's my division. Now I'm multiplying, 4 times 8 equals 32. I'm subtracting, and I got nothing to bring down. So I'm done. 4 is the answer. Number 4. How many 7s go into 56? All right, do your 7 times tables, or you can look back at number 2 to see if that helps you at all. Hit the pause button now. All right, so we have 7 go into 56. We recognize it goes in 8 times, which gives you exactly 56. 8 times 7 giving you 56. You subtract, you get nothing left over, and you have nothing to bring down. I'm going to teach you a little trick that I learned from a 1st grade teacher. Get this, a 1st grade teacher taught me this. When it comes to your 7 times 8 equals 56. So if you write it like this, 56 equals 7 times 8. You see 5, 6, 7, 8. Little trick when it comes to knowing 7 times 8. All right. So with that being said, you'll now move on to doing the exit ticket. All right, doing your 9 times tables, finding out how many 9s go into 72. So thanks so much for your participation today, and we will see you back here tomorrow. Bye.